everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new then hi, my name is Caitlin, welcome. Today we're going to be updating my Pan That Palette update for 2022. So this year I am working on two palettes. I have one face palette, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit, and I have one 4-pan eyeshadow palette, which is the e.l.f. Truffles palette. So we've been working on these for about 6 months now, which is a little scary because time flies. I'm really concerned about this progress. This month is our most successful month yet, but we are still nowhere near to finishing any of the shades. We've expanded loads of the pans though, so there is definitely some juicy, satisfying content for you today. But if you have not already, please like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. And yeah, let's just jump into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with my ABH Aurora Glow Kit. I'm going to put on the screen now what it looked like last month. So we had pan on 4 of the 6 shades. And this is what it is looking like today. So we haven't hit any new pans, but we have definitely expanded these two a lot. I'm really happy with this progress, but again, we are not close to finishing any of these. It's gonna take a long time to finish this palette. I was expecting to be able to finish this palette this year. I was clearly deluded. This is hard. This is hard going. Yeah, this is what we're looking like. So the biggest change, I guess, is this shade Eclipse. There was really thin product all around this side when I started using it this month. So I did actually hit a second pan in it, and then I've just kind of been working on joining them up, basically. I've used this shade 15 times this month for a total of 39 uses in the project. This is what it is looking like. There is a lot of very thin product around this corner here, so I am going to continue to try and join up the pans better and make it one big kind of circular pan. Luna, this doesn't look like I've used it that much, but I've used it 21 times this month, which is a lot. Granted, I did use this quite a few times just as an inner corner, so it's not going to expand the pan too much. And last month, this pan was very, like, tunneled in, if that makes sense. So all the product around the sides was still very thick. I have definitely worn away and worn down the product, especially on this side of the pan. It is definitely thinner than it was. So yeah, hopefully pan expansion will be easier from now on. I have been mixing these two together when I do my highlighter. I'm wearing that today. So maybe that's why the pans haven't expanded too much, because I'm only taking a very, very little amount of product from each of them and mixing them. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is gonna definitely be coming with me in 2023, I think. So this shade Spectra, I have used this 2 times this month, so more than most of the other months. That makes a grand total of 4 uses in this project this year, which, I mean, I've doubled my usage. Doesn't really say much, but I've doubled my usage. This, I've learned if I mix this and the green, they do kind of cancel each other out. This green is very, very warm. It has quite a lot of yellow undertones to it, so it kind of cancels out the coolness and the like almost bruisiness that this shade gives. So maybe once I work on these a little bit more, I can kind of work on these two. I don't really know. Speaking of Hellier, we have used this 3 times this month for a total of 9 uses in the project. Again, that's a pretty big chunk of the overall project usage, but it's just not a shade that I'm really working on. I don't feel gravitated towards this shade at all, so yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of do what I've done this month and play around with all of the shades, focus on these two definitely. I want these two gone by the end of the year, But I want to play around with them all, get a little bit of use out of them all. So I don't know if we're going to have pan on these by the end of the year. We're definitely not going to be finishing them, that's for sure. Orion is the blue shade. We did have pan on this a few months ago. This is our most recent pan. I used this 6 times this month for a total of 49 uses. This again is quite a tunneled pan. The product is very thick around it, so you're not really going to be able to see much pan expansion because there's so much product. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's just slow going really. And then Lyra, this darker shade here. This is probably our biggest pan, maybe? No. Eclipse is definitely bigger, but the second biggest pan. We've used this 2 times this month for a total of 45 uses in the project. So yeah, this is where we are at about 6 months in. It's hard. It's hard. I was definitely expecting to have a lot more progress in this far in the year. I am getting a little bit not burnt out. I'm not burnt out with this palette. I can use the same highlighter all year round if I really have to. But I'm just getting a little bit like, maybe this is harder than I thought it would be. I'm getting a little bit annoyed at myself, I guess, for not making more progress in this. It's just hard, really. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. So yeah, this is definitely coming with us in 2023. I think this is going to be a 2-year kind of palette. Alright, so moving on to my e.l.f. Truffles palette. I will show you what it looked like last month, and this is what we are looking like this month. So we've expanded a lot of these pans. This is looking very well loved. I am more confident in this than I am with the face palette. I don't know if we'll be able to finish any of the shades, but it's gonna be very, very close to being finished by the end of the year. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, so my 2 goals for this palette last month were to hit side pan on this shade, which we have done, and also to hit side pan on the black, which we are so close, but we haven't quite made it. And my other goal was to use all of these shades at least 5 times, which we have done and we have surpassed. So let's talk about this first shade. Last update I did say that it was kind of peeling away from the pan, and it did end up like cracking and coming out. I tried to squeeze it back in with my finger, just kind of pressing it back in, but it just did not work. It just kept coming up, and so a little bit of this corner, we lost a little bit of the product in this corner. It wasn't too much. I tried to save as much as I could, but casualties happen. I've used this 7 times this month for a total of 20 uses in the project this year. To be honest, now that this little bit has kind of cracked off, it's given me a little bit more motivation because it is looking a little bit more used. There's less product to scare me, I guess. So yeah, this is coming along slowly but surely. This kind of lighter taupey shade, we used this 8 times this month for 32 uses in the project. So we've kind of started coming towards this outer corner here. This product all round here is really, really thin. So I hope it's quite easy to expand the pan around this side. Hopefully next month we're going to have a lot more pan showing around that area. Up the top here, this kind of corner, I have not touched. I haven't been focusing there at all, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, hopefully we can get a bigger pan around here. Wow, that wind is really strong. If you can hear that, I'm really sorry. The wind is wild today. Next we have this dark brown, and as you can see, we hit our goal of hitting side pan, and now we're kind of coming along this bottom side here. The product is a little bit thinner than up the top. I use only a little bit of this product in my kind of outer corners. This is the look that I normally do with this palette. I really enjoy this look. It's more light than I usually do, but I really enjoy it. I feel really nice. I feel really confident in this look, and That's why I love this palette, and it uses all 4 of the shades. So yeah, I'm really confident with this one. This is definitely the shade that has the biggest pan so far. I can incorporate this shade into pretty much any neutral look that I do, even if I'm not using this whole palette with it, which is really good. We've used it 12 times this month for a total of 39 uses in the project, which is a big chunk of uses. I'm really, really happy about that. And then this black, unfortunately, we didn't manage to hit side pan, but we were so close. We've used it 11 times this month for a total of 48 uses in the project in total. It's okay, it's fine. I can use a black with a lot of colourful looks, with a lot of neutral looks. I've used it today just on, where's the brush? On this little smudger brush, and I just did it really close to my lash line just to do a little bit of a smoky liner. That's how I kind of use it. Sometimes I use it on my outer V to deepen up looks. This palette, as I said, I'm a lot more confident about than this palette. As I said, I don't think we will have shades completely finished, but we will be there. We'll almost be there anyway. So yeah, that is my update for my Pan Those palettes. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I hope you have an incredible day and I will see you in the next video.